Your Ford just crossed 65,000 miles. You take it in for routine service and walk out with a $2,400 bill for work you didn't plan for and hardly understand. That's not bad luck. That's how modern service departments operate, turning basic maintenance into aggressive upselling. Today I'm exposing new Ford Service Center scams catching even experienced owners off guard. And if you don't recognize them, you'll keep paying for services your Ford never needed. If there's one Ford Service Center scam that owners run into more often than you'd think, it's the classic cabin air filter upsell at the service desk. I always recommend replacing the cabin air filter every 15 to 20,000 miles under normal use, and more often if you're in dusty or polluted conditions. But here's where the scam angle pops up in some service centers. Rather than telling you it's the cabin air filter, you might be told your air conditioning filter needs changing now. Then they show you a photo of a supposedly dirty filter, sometimes not even yours, and quote a price that's several times the actual cost of the part itself, and that's before labor. Here's the key part. The cabin filter is literally one of the cheapest parts of your Ford. In many F-150s or Explorers, it can be swapped out in under 10 minutes by you for a fraction of the dealer price. Most people run into this when they're just doing routine maintenance and think that if the tech says it's dirty, then it is. But you'd be shocked how often a service advisor recommends this change as an easy way to increase your invoice total. So, next time they tell you this, ask them to show you the old filter from your vehicle before you even say yes to replacement. If the filter is genuinely nasty, go ahead with a fresh Motorcraft or OEM cabin filter. If it looks mostly clean, you're better off doing it yourself. You can easily get filters for $30 online and install them yourself. The same upsell can happen with the engine air filter too, which is usually only replaced every 15 to 30,000 miles depending on your model and conditions. So, always ask to see the old part changed, and don't let a photo of someone else's dirty filter push you into unnecessary costs. A similar scam tactic involves brake fluid. A lot of owners run into this one pretty often. The fake brake fluid test upsell happens when a service advisor points at the color of your brake fluid and suddenly you're being quoted for a brake fluid flush you didn't even plan on. You pop your hood for a simple oil change or inspection and the advisor says something like, "Your brake fluid looks dark, it needs a flush now." They rush you with urgent language like unsafe or near failure, and before you know it, there's $180 to $300 added to your bill for a brake fluid flush you didn't plan on. Here's the critical part. Dark fluid in the reservoir doesn't automatically mean it needs service. But no Ford service desk would tell you this. Fresh brake fluid can naturally darken with age, heat cycles, and normal wear. Color alone is not a reliable diagnostic tool. A proper test measures moisture content with a test strip or electronic tester. For most manufacturers, including Ford, recommended replacement based on time and mileage intervals or moisture testing, not color. Most people are pressured by this when the advisor only shows them the dark fluid as proof of contamination. But I recommend you stick to your scheduled maintenance interval or ask for a moisture test result. A good mechanic will inspect the reservoir level and condition instead. Brake fluid does absorb moisture over time, and that does lower the boiling point and can affect eventual performance, which is why scheduled changes are important. If the dealer can't show a moisture test result and is pushing a service based only on color, ask for clarification or a second opinion. It might save yourself hundreds. This next one catches a lot of Ford owners off guard. You might be surprised when your Ford truck or SUV is running fine, yet you're asked to clean the fuel injector or induction. But let me tell you something interesting. Ford doesn't typically include injector cleaning or a full induction service in the normal scheduled maintenance in its owner's manual. If your engine is idling smoothly, getting decent mileage, or doesn't have misfire codes or drivability issues, you don't have to do a fuel system wash just because of mileage. Most people run into this when the service advisor shows a printout or chart saying that the cleaning is recommended at X miles, and suddenly it's $200 to $400 added on, buried in your estimate. They might try to convince you saying it improves performance and economy, or that you're overdue for a cleaning, even though you should only consider this when there's an actual problem. not as routine preventative work. This is where it matters. Modern fuel systems and fuels already include detergents and additives designed to keep injectors clean under normal use. As I always say, if your truck is running well and you're using quality fuel, you don't need that service. If you do, it's because a scan or performance test indicates an issue, not because of a blanket mileage number. Some Ford owners have reported dealers suggesting injector cleaning at low mileages, like 30 to 40,000 miles on perfectly healthy trucks. Your best defense is to ask, can you show me where this is listed as required in my owner's manual maintenance schedule? If you're experiencing symptoms like rough idle, hesitation, or a check engine light pointing to fuel delivery issues, then ask your mechanic for a targeted cleaning. Another frequent upsell involves your coolant system. If you go in for an oil change or inspection, you might have your service advisor pushing a coolant flush or coolant conditioner. But I always tell Ford owners, you shouldn't add a random coolant additive or conditioners to your car as a routine item. And coolant by itself generally lasts a long time. Ford's official maintenance schedule for most modern vehicles recommends coolant replacement at long intervals, typically between 60,000 to 100,000 miles. Just because the coolant looks dark or old doesn't mean you should flush early. The advisor might point to the coolant reservoir and say it looks discolored and needs a full flush, or they might ask you to add a pricey conditioner on top of it. Coolant can discolor because of heat cycles and age, so unless there's evidence of contamination, a leak, or a failed sensor, color alone isn't a reliable sign to get a flush. Here's a shop tip. For some older Ford models with specific green coolant, Ford did recommend a Motorcraft additive. For the majority of modern Fords with long-life coolant like Motorcraft Yellow, additional conditioners are almost never needed. Always check your manual. Many Ford owners have reported that with their 40,000 to 60,000 mile Fords, they're being told to flush coolant well before the factory interval, turning what should be a future service into an immediate $250 to $300 hit. But don't forget this, coolant is there to prevent overheating and corrosion, and it will degrade eventually. When coolant service is mistimed or done incorrectly, it can quietly shorten the life of the engine and cooling system. That kind of long-term impact is something we cover in more depth in the guide, How to Make Your Ford Last 500,000 Miles. If someone pushes a flush or conditioner because of color alone, ask them to show the moisture condition test results or the specific manufacturer recommendation for my model. That simple question can save you hundreds by avoiding unnecessary coolant work. Many scams done by Ford service centers come up during maintenance, especially when they fool you with counterfeit or inflated OEM prices. You might walk into a dealer to replace a part on your Ford and suddenly see high prices that make you wonder if you're getting some kind of rare piece instead. While outright counterfeit parts are serious fraud and relatively rare at dealerships, a more common issue is lack of transparency. Some service centers may use aftermarket parts while charging OEM prices or significantly mark up the cost of genuine parts. If you were to get counterfeit parts, they could end up putting undue wear and tear on your engine or drivetrain because they don't meet the testing and quality standards that Ford sets for genuine parts. Here's the important part. Genuine Ford and Motorcraft parts are made to specific tolerances for your car or truck's engine, transmission, and emission systems. That's why I always recommend using these OEM parts. A cheap filter might look like the real thing, but if the filtering media is inferior or the fit isn't exact, contaminants can slip past and cause premature wear. To protect yourself, always ask for clarification on the estimate. Is this part a genuine Motorcraft Ford OEM part or an aftermarket equivalent? Reputable shops will be upfront about this. Genuine Ford parts are always stamped with the Blue Oval or Motorcraft brand. Don't miss this. Always ask the advisor, is this a genuine Motorcraft or Ford part? If the advisor can't confirm it or the packaging looks off, pause before getting it installed. Knowing what you're paying for is your right. If you think this is bad, the next ones are where Ford owners lose the most money without even realizing they've been played. Many Ford owners easily fall for it when service advisors pitch chemical additives or conditioner products as if they're magic cures for fuel, coolant, engine, or transmission systems. They might tell you that it improves fuel system performance or protects your engine intervals, and then suddenly 5 or 6 different additives show up on your bill. What starts as a simple oil change can quietly grow into an extra $90, $140, even $250 in chemical add-ons most owners never plan to buy. Ford strongly advises against using random aftermarket additives that don't meet their specifications. You really only need the fluids that meet Ford and Motorcraft specs. Anything else sold as generic performance boosters, conditioners, or universal engine treatments is a bad idea. A Ford dealer or service advisor might show up with a bottle of some chemical and say, "It cleans injectors, boosts economy, or keeps your fueling system safer." The rule is simple. Unless it's a Ford-approved cleaner for a specific diagnosed issue like Motorcraft Fuel Injector Cleaner, you should decline generic conditioner upsells. Using random additives outside of the approved ones doesn't do anything for your performance and might even cause damage. But let me be clear, a few Ford-branded cleaners do exist, like the Motorcraft Premium Fuel Injector Cleaner, and those are fine if used to address a real issue, not just dumped into your car all the time. Also, be extra careful. Some shops will sneak lesser quality additives into your car, and that can upset the balance of your fluids and even harm seals and sensors if the chemistry isn't right. So, stick to Ford-approved additives only when specifically needed, and don't be afraid to say no or ask why. These scams are pretty specific problems you might find in Ford dealerships, but the next ones are bad practices service centers often adopt to make money off drivers. You might take your Ford in for what should be a routine oil change or inspection and suddenly get handed a long list of recommended services that don't align with your factory maintenance schedule. You'll see everything from brake fluid flushes, coolant flushes, fuel injector cleaning, and air filters thrown together at odd mileage points, like around 30,000 miles, and once it's bundled into one big quote, it looks pretty official. Once bundled, that 30,000-mile service can suddenly land between $600 to $1,200, even though much of it overlaps work that isn't due yet. But the truth is, your owner's manual has a definitive schedule, from oil changes and air filters to spark plugs and fluid replacements. You might have to change the oil at 7,500 miles, while the coolant flush is best at 60,000 miles. You don't need to do everything on the dealer's list just because they group it together. Even worse, many Ford owners have noticed that service providers use industry jargon and a long list of procedures to confuse them, and then bundle those items into a single pricey estimate. That's intentional. When you're staring at a long invoice with unfamiliar items, it's easy to think you really do need every item. Your manual cuts through the confusion. Cross-check any recommended service against it. So whenever this happens, pull out your manual or look it up on your phone. You can also consider getting a second opinion. That's why having a shop you trust makes such a big difference. If a service isn't due, question it. Aside from making you pay for a bunch of things you don't need, some service advisors also convince you to pay for diagnostic fees. A lot of owners end up being billed repeatedly for diagnostics or charged for needless tests that feel more like a money grab than real troubleshooting. Here's the deal, straight. Dealerships are allowed to charge a diagnostic fee to cover a tech's time and the tools used to find a problem. And if the issue is covered under warranty or recall, that fee should be waived. The problem arises when you see multiple, vague diagnostic charges for the same issue without clear progress or a diagnostic fee for a simple inspection that should be part of a standard service. Pay attention to this. Diagnostic work isn't a scam in and of itself, and figuring out what's wrong with a modern Ford, especially with all the electronics and modules on F-150s, Explorers, and Broncos, takes time and expensive tools. It becomes a red flag when you start seeing multiple identical diagnostic line items, a separate charge for diagnostics for a simple check every time they touch the car, or when they keep saying they need to diagnose again without explaining what new information they're looking for. That's just a way to pad hours and drive up the bill. Many Ford owners have revealed that they are repeatedly billed diagnostic fees, sometimes even after the problem has been resolved. Just like billing for diagnostics, some Ford dealers even replace parts unnecessarily under the guise of diagnostics. That eventually shoots your bills up. So if they're charging you diagnostic fees over and over for the same symptom without new findings, ask for a clear explanation in writing of what work was done, what was tested, and why another round of diagnostics is necessary. Diagnostic fees should reflect actual time spent on the problem, not be used as a catch-all for indecision or vague tests. If you feel like you're being billed for the same scan 3 times, or are paying for tests that never lead to a meaningful fix, get a second opinion from another Ford dealer or a trusted independent shop. This scam is hard to notice, but the next one might not even be obvious to someone without technical expertise. This particular scam makes people angry when they finally notice it. While rare at reputable shops, it's a serious red flag if you are billed for work that was never actually done. A car can be billed for things like tire rotations, filter changes, or visual inspections without anybody actually performing those jobs. Sometimes there's no visible evidence of replaced parts, no old parts shown, and the service description is so vague you can't tell what really happened under the hood. This is a classic scam some shops use to pad your bill, and you might not even notice it if you're not good with cars. A trusted Ford service center should be transparent about the work they do. And if they tell you a part was swapped out, they should either show you the old part or take a quick photo or video for you. You can also take a photo of key components before they take the car in. For instance, if your air filter was replaced, you should be able to see the old dirty one come out and the new clean one going in. If your tires were rotated, you should notice different wear patterns once the job's done. For most Fords, you can easily inspect parts for routine maintenance like the cabin or engine air filters, spark plugs, or brake pads. As long as you're paying for it, don't be afraid to ask to see the old part right there on the lift or on the floor before the techs install a new one. This is your right as a customer. Asking for your old parts is the best way to ensure the work was completed. There might be hidden charges buried in your service invoice that quietly push your total up without clear explanation. Shops and dealers sometimes slip in line items like shop supplies, miscellaneous fees, or environmental disposal fees at the bottom of the invoice with tiny descriptions that sound official but don't directly match the work you actually approved. Those fees can add tens or even hundreds of dollars to your bill, and they won't even explain it. While some fees are legitimate, for example, state-mandated disposal fees, they should be transparent and reasonable. All charges on your invoice should tie to actual work you authorized, like parts, labor, or a clearly described service. If you see vague fees like shop supplies with a large dollar amount and you didn't discuss it, question it. So always ask for a written estimate before any work begins and clarify every charge line by line before you pay. If a fee doesn't make sense, ask what exactly it covers and whether it's optional. A surprising number of shops will quietly remove or reduce vague fees once you question them. At the end of the day, your service invoice should be something you understand. Your best tools are your owner's manual, a willingness to ask questions, and the habit of reviewing estimates and invoices carefully. After all, you should be paying for honest service, not surprises. Because once the invoice controls the conversation, it doesn't just cost you money. It can quietly turn routine Ford service into a 4-figure habit.